I'm Roger Blisby from the Skill Builder channel. Welcome back. We've got another video for you here, another video, and this is another bathroom problem that's been sent to Ask Skill Builder. So just have a look at this. I don't know what to make of it myself. It beggars belief.
Hi Skill Builder, we're in the process at the moment of having not one but two bathrooms fitted by a fairly big well-known DIY firm, and one of the bathrooms has got one of these overhead showers in like that, which we really like. However, I'm not convinced that they've actually fitted it properly at the back, and what we've got there is a stud wall, and then around the corner we've got the pipe work for the shower, which is looks a bit thrown together. However, at the top they've got just what I can see is a push fit L bend actually holding that shower head on, and you can see that the clip below it has just been pushed away from the wall using another piece of 15mm pipe, and I'm not that impressed with it, to be honest. I don't think it looks right. I don't think that junction is strong enough to be holding that shower head, but I'd be very interested in your opinion, because you know what you're doing.
Oh my goodness, what can you possibly say about that? It's horrendous. I mean, I'd love to know who this is, this DIY sort of shed or whatever it is that's doing this. I'd hazard a guess, but I don't want to get sued here. But if you'd let us know, I'd love to know exactly what's going on there, Rob, because it's beyond the pale. That is just not the way to support a shower in any shape or form. Let's just have a look at that again, shall we? Look at it. My goodness. This bit all looks great, doesn't it? You know, this is nicely tiled. It all looks nicely finished off. I don't think you could argue with that. And here we've got the handset, and this, I think, is a digital shower. In other words, the mixer is up in the loft. They're taking the hot and cold from the airing cupboard. They've come down through there, and they've got a shower outlet at the bottom. They've got a flexible hose here coming off here, which they've teed in. Is this a tee here? We can see. Let's have a look. You can't zoom in on these pictures very well, but yeah, I think that's teed off there. Anyway, whatever it is, they've put a flexible hose there. They've run that down to the outlet. All push fit fittings. Look at this piece of wood here. What's that supposed to do, for goodness sake? You know, just like somebody's nailed a piece of wood on. Don't forget, this is a big company. It's probably one of the DIY sheds that says that we're selling a bathroom. We've got installers who can install it. And obviously the shower arm was sagging a bit, he said. So he asked them to come back. So when they came back, in order to kind of brace it and stop it wobbling around a bit, they put this extra bracket in here, which, you know, they've obviously, do you think they've put that? Do you think that's a stud there or what? I don't know what that is. If that's not a stud, I mean, if that was a stud going through there and they've got a bit of pipe work through there, you'd think, okay, it could do something. But what you would normally do in a situation like that is you would normally, let's just go back. You would normally put some kind of backplate elbow in the wall here, or even better than that, Abacus do this lovely shower fixing plate. So you put that between the studs and it's absolutely rock solid. I mean, they're made to take huge weights. This thing is probably not that heavy, quite honestly. So you've really got to make sure that you do a good job when you put one of those up. And the worst thing is people do not want to see that thing sagging under its weight. So when you do it, you get the spirit level, you put it up, you brace it properly, you make sure it's supported there, either that way or by some whacking great lump of wood that's inside there that's supporting it. But whatever you do, you get something up there to support that shower head, because putting it on the pipe and just, you know, putting that, I mean, I don't know what they've done there, whether they putting a bit of silicone in the hole probably would have helped it. But, you know, that's not a professional job, is it? That's not anything I'd want to pay for. You know, if I had that company round, they said they could do it. And I bet you any money you like, it's not cheap. I bet what he's paid for that is probably more than the average plumber would charge to do the job. And there's going to be plumbers out there who are going to say, well, hang on, Roger, hang on. Let's be fair to these guys. They're not getting paid much. They're expected to carry the job out in 2 days, 3 days. They're under the cosh all the time, so they're throwing it in. And I fully appreciate that may well be the case, but you can't do a job that badly. Even if you're in a rush, you don't do things like that. It was a blooming great lump of 4x2, 6x2. I don't know what 5x2. Anyway, whatever it is what's it doing? I do not. Oh, maybe they've cut the stud out the wall. Maybe they actually chopped the stud out of the wall there to get those fittings in, and then to join the wall back up again to give it some structural strength, they screwed a piece of timber to the face just to stop any whip in the wall. But of course, they've got showers, they've got tiles on that. You do not want any movement on that wall where you've got tiles, because the next thing, the grout's going to crack there and the water's going to get in. Sure as eggs are eggs. We're going to have another one of those disasters. The whole thing's probably been done on plasterboard. I'd love to know. It's a pity that he didn't take photographs of that job all the way through, but let's name and shame. Let's tell us who these people are. We'll write them a letter. We'll write them an email, and we'll say to them, come on, guys, you've got to do better than this, and go around and fix those problems and make a decent job of it. And if you don't, we're quite willing to drag your name through the mud. We're quite willing to put your name out there. Do not use this company. So long as we're on a good legal footing with these things, and that we've given the company a chance to respond, as we would in this case, then I think we've got no qualms about naming and shaming. We're not fearful of it. We just make sure that we don't lose a house in a court case, basically. Some of these companies are big people. They've got big lawyers, and they can see you off just because they got more money to throw at the court case than we have. So there you go. Anyway, I'm Roger Bisbee. Come back and see me soon. You've got a similar problem. You've got problems with these companies that, they're doing this kind of work and trying to get away with it, then let's by all means expose them, because that is absolutely disgraceful. Stick to your local plumber. Stick to somebody that is known to you or known to your friends, or, has got some recommendations. You can see their work. Somebody that works in the community and cares about their reputation in the community. That, to me, is the best way to proceed. They're not all rogues out there. There's loads and loads. I'd say probably, certainly 85% of the people I come across are good guys doing good work, and just a shame that these guys seem to get all the publicity. But there you go.